what do you think is the future of programming? So now, I don't know how much you've got to really experience the impact of LLMs with code generation. Have you used Cursor much? Cursor, VS Code with code generation?
Yeah, I've done a ton of it for this the Python side because I'm not great with Python and I'm kind of new to it. So I found it very helpful because I've learned a lot from watching the code that it generates. If I don't know how to do something, because if I write Python from scratch, it's going to be about 4 times as long as what the AI can crank out because Python can be pretty terse if you're good at it.
Oh, that's cool. So just you essentially learned Python for this project.
Yeah.
So this is a good case study of like a great programmer in C++ quickly learning a language.
Yeah, I'm vibe coding my way through it, I guess.
Vibe coding your way through it. I mean, that is a really powerful use case to learn a language for if you're already a good programmer to learn either a new language or a new way to approach a problem by having it generated because you probably understand the Python code it generates.
Yeah.
Like without actually looking up any of the syntax.
Yeah, it's all pretty self-explanatory once you see it, but creating it from whole cloth is a little different. So
Yeah. But you still have to learn how to program in order to use it in that way.
Oh, and to read it and to know what to tell it to do next and all that. Yeah. I don't think you can vibe code yourself if you're just new and haven't coded. But if you're a good programmer, AI can make you incredibly powerful.
What do you think is the future of programming, like 5, 10, 20 years from now, this whole process? Now vibe coding is kind of a fun meme thing because you still have to be the people that don't know how to program and are just vibe coding are almost entirely creating systems that are not usable in production. It's very difficult to create a product. And the people who are already great programmers kind of vibe code just in the way that you're doing it. They're basically, it's just a fancy autocomplete and they end up editing it, or it's a way to learn a new API or a new language or a new whatever, a new specific use case, or maybe a different kind of like a GUI component or something like that. But as they get smarter and smarter, we don't know where the ceiling is. That might change the nature of what it means to be a programmer. So do you think about that?
I do. I think, I don't want to say prompt engineer, but I think it's going to be something like that in the sense that if you're an architect building a bridge, at some point, guys were down there welding beams together, but now you're dragging things around in AutoCAD and assembling from big freeform sections. And I assume that's what programming will be like. You won't be in there throwing individual lines of code around. You'll be moving components and interfaces and describing to the AI what those interactions should be and letting it build the components. But I think we're still quite a ways from it being able to whole cloth generate. You can't say, give me a Linux kernel that's compatible with Linux. One day we'll be able to, and it'll crank it out. But we're not there yet.
Does it make you sad that we're climbing the layers of abstraction so quickly? So you, somebody that used to do machine code and then assembly, then C and C++, that we're getting to a point where we're vibe coding with natural language.
Yeah, I kind of came up at a really fortunate time, I think, because I had to come up with the technology over the course of 30 or 40 years. So I understand TTL logic and I can use AI to write code, and I kind of know all the pieces in between. There certainly are holes in my knowledge. But I think the only way to have got that level of knowledge or the completeness of that picture is to have lived it for that long.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard to duplicate that for people starting now.
What do you think is the meaning of this whole thing? Of existence of life, of whatever's going on here?
Making cool stuff. I guess fundamentally what I care about is being able to make complex things that are useful to other people, which leverages my abilities in a way that allows me to be creative and to create things that other people can use in a way that if I was limited to painting or sculpting or whatever in the classic arts, I would be hopeless. And so for me, that's really the meaning of life. And then maybe you raise a couple good kids to hand the baton off to.
Yeah, and you've created a lot of cool stuff over your life that impacted millions, probably billions of people. And now you're creating cool stuff for everyone to see on your YouTube, and you're inspiring people in that way. So for everything you've done in the past and everything you're doing now, I'm a big fan. I'm really grateful for what you're doing, and grateful that we got a chance to talk today. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.